Okay, now we're rolling.
It was, I think they're doing like a Macbeth, like spin-off type of thing. And she wanted to be king, but she couldn't because she's not a boy. And so she was like, I just gotta like grow a penis or something like that. And so she was just standing there going, yeah.
I remember when I had to do that.
Oh.
You just do it once, then you never just let it go.
Yeah, you can't grow. Some people grow teeth.
Do you think if we gave him Taco Bell, he'd come to life?
Oh my god, do that.
Like that was the whole.
They seem to sound.
That was the last beer from the Hold on, not yet.
Alright, see you guys next week.
Let me slam this really quick. Oh, I saw this video, I think it was on Instagram.
Yeah.
It was this guy and this girl, they were going to shotgun a beer together. And I don't know if he intentionally did this or if he just fucked up really bad, but he like made a hole in the bottom of the can, so it was like the side, and he opened it up and it just fucking shot out into this girl's face really hard. And she was just like, she was pissed. She was fucking pissed. I would be too, but it was great.
Oh man, beer.
How to make a rocket out of a beer can.
Oh my god, do you think that
It was
would
aggressive.
work? Yeah, I bet. Huh.
Did you guys ever do the they shoot off rockets in a park with like they had like this canister, like a fuel, but it wasn't like gas or anything, but it was like this, it looked like
Like a
mini
little
dynamite.
CO2 thing? Oh, really?
No, it looked like
Okay.
mini dynamite, and you would light it on fire, and afterwards it smelled like burnt popcorn.
I think so. I remember launching rockets, but I don't remember much about it.
I remember burning a lot of popcorn.
That's the worst. That shit will linger for a long time.
I like
Yeah.
stuff like slightly more cooked, not burnt, but more,
Underburnt.
yeah.
Underburnt.
Like right before it turns black. Like if I make like a grilled cheese, you know?
Yeah.
I want it to be
Before the cheese
thank
is
you.
black.
I want it to be like dark brown, like
Yeah.
maybe spots of black, but it's a very dangerous game to play for that
Yes,
extra
it
delicious.
You could just
Flavor
sprinkle
and payoff.
black paint on it.
Black pepper?
Or black pepper.
Black paint.
Yeah.
Black paint.
To kind of trick
Just on a
your...
toothbrush, and then you just...
Yeah. You just...
Yeah.
Just to
Done.
trick your brain.
Charcoal paint or charcoal toothpaste.
Charcoal food.
Yeah, there you go.
Charcoal.
Can you eat
Charcoal.
charcoal?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Charcoal or propane?
Propane is black.
Propane.
No, like what should you use?
Propane
Oh.
accessories.
Charcoal. I would use charcoal.
Charcoal, really?
Yeah.
Get out of this house.
I don't know if I've ever had like even like a burger or anything off of charcoal. I've had a lot
Really?
of propane ones.
I have.
Is it good?
Yeah.
I've heard mixed things. Like if you do it correctly, then it's a nice like extra little smoky flavor in it.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
It's easy to fuck it up and it just tastes like smoke.
Burnt
Basically,
smoke. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true.
So it's one of those things where it's like it's hard to master, but when you do master, you can consistently get something really great. Where I feel like propane is more really get what I'm gonna say, or make sure you really listen. Propane is just like more like easy to go around. It's easy to master.
Manageable.
Yeah. There's an episode of King of the Hill where Hank goes like out of town for some reason,
Yeah.
and Peggy, Bobby, and Luann are at like a neighbor's barbecue.
What
and-
is that?
what?
Like you're talking about a show?
Yeah, King of the Hill.
What is that?
Shut up. You already made a reference to it.
What are
You
you
said
talking about?
you said propane and propane accessories.
Okay. fine.
Damn, caught you on the
I don't fuck around with King of the Hill.
No, that's not. So Luann.
Yeah, they're
Bobby.
at some neighbor's barbecue and they really enjoyed the food there. And then afterwards, they find out that it's charcoal.
I remember that
Yeah,
episode.
and
Yeah.
Hank's like freaking out that like basically Hank's gonna like murder them when they get back.
Yeah.
So she's like, "Everyone, get your clothes off, put it in the washer
Dude,
right
that's
now."
hilarious.
And all
Yeah.
that. And then throughout the episode, they're like sneaking off to places to use charcoal.
Whoa, that's funny. Dude, I haven't seen enough King of the Hill.
Really?
Yeah, I would only watch it like whenever it was on TV. Like randomly, you know?
King of the Hill is my favorite show. Me and my brother
Really?
bonded over that show hard.
It's
Really?
a ghost. Hello?
Somebody could easily just walk into this house and just be over here. Hey, what's up?
I just saw someone walk by.
Yeah. Wow.
What'd you get?
What an entrance.
What'd you get?
I'm off camera right now. This is Andre, but
Or not.
Or not.
I got Panda.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Whoa. Where'd
Yeah,
you get a
that's gross.
panda?
I thought they said they opened or closed.
They opened soon.
I went to China
Whoa, that was
Jesus Christ.
fast.
Yeah.
Did you make it like just barely in time? You were like 20
Oh no,
minutes.
no, I was plenty of time.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Jeez. Wow. I hate that. Like, I hate walking into a restaurant
Is
and
it
then it's like
recording?
5 minutes left.
Yeah, like, did you guys already start?
Yeah, we've been started.
Yeah.
You ruined the whole show.
No. Yeah. Get out. Get out.
We're probably like a quarter in, I guess.
That's what she
Like a slot machine, you put a quarter in.
Yes.
What'd you
Have
get?
Have you ever played gambling?
Yeah.
Yeah, like a gamble store.
Yeah.
like
I've never done like any card game or anything like that. I've just done
slots.
slot machines. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think if I've done anything else.
I've done
Definitely.
slots. I want to play a card game. I feel like I'd be.
I'm
okay.
kind of nervous. I could play blackjack. I know that game
Yeah.
well enough to be able to get through it.
Yeah.
Maybe not some of the calls. I could Google that easily, but definitely not poker. I don't know how to play that very
How
well.
about Uno?
Could
I
you
don't-
imagine
I don't
there was
like
Uno
Uno.
at a casino? You don't like Uno? Really?
No,
Too Spanish?
I'm not a fan of card games.
Really?
Oh.
Oh, crazy. What about like Cards Against Humanity?
Not really.
Fair.
We played a card game
At your house?
at your house, and it was fun.
Oh, the one was like 3 stages.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a little different. Some people are like pansies when it comes to
Savages.
that. When it comes to that, they're just like scared to do any of it. You know,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
just do it.
But also it's your comfort zone, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I knew like one person there and I was expected to do that.
Hey, you don't want to make it.
I've
make
only
an
played
ass
that
of
game where I knew
yourself.
everyone in the room, so
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah,
I can't
true.
really say that.
I try
Yeah.
not to make fun of people when they're
Only to their faces.
yeah to
when
their
they're
faces.
when they're what?
Oh, when they're scared to do things like that.
Yeah.
Because I remember being scared to do things like that, and it was because my mom and my dad would make fun of me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't do that either because I am that way in
Just like behind their
unfamiliar
backs.
situation. No, not even.
I know.
Because I
I'm just
understand.
Yeah, it sucks. It's hard. But
Yeah.
I think it's funny how I just like no, even though I literally started it by saying, "What the fuck's wrong with that?"
yeah. Complete 180. Life is
Yeah.
about learning, Colin.
I mean, it's
Sometimes you learn within 5 minutes.
yeah. No, I mean sometimes it is weird because you're like, just do it, come on. But then like if
Yeah.
you think about it, you're like actually like
Yeah, well, I wasn't thinking of like people that are new to the group because I played that game where people are in our group, you know.
Oh,
and they're like,
right.
I don't want to do that. No.
Yeah.
oh they're just assholes. Then.
Well, yeah, like I said, they're pussies or whatever I said.
Okay, there you go. Assholes, pussies, all the same.
It's all the same.
Right.
It's all a hole that
It's all-
things go in and out of.
Yeah. Gross.
Well,
See you guys next week.
I was gonna make a joke, but I thought it'd be funnier to just stay quiet.
Sometimes it is.
Sometimes it is, yeah. But
what'd you guys do
anyways,
this week so far?
I worked until Monday. It was terrible. And then
You worked until Monday?
Yeah.
Monday was like
Up
4
to-
days.
Sounds really not terrible.
Monday was like 4
the
days
way that
ago.
you prefaced it.
yeah, no, I worked from Friday to Monday. And then I did a double.
So 3 days?
Yes.
For
Oh, like but straight?
4 days, yeah.
Oh,
Four
that's
straight.
way
And then-
different than what I thought.
No gay days.
I was thinking like, I worked 3 8-hour days in a row or whatever. Like, okay.
Right.
No, and then one of the days I worked
No,
16
you worked
hours
72
straight.
hours straight.
Yeah. No,
So-
it was 4 days. Friday, Saturday, Sunday,
Oh, so-
Monday. And then one
That's
of
too much. 96 hours.
within
Calendar
those days,
math.
I did 40 hours.
Nice.
Yeah. I wait.
When do you
Maybe a
do,
little more because one of the days I did 16 hours. That was terrible.
do you get like wicked overtime when you do like the 4 days in a row?
You can't.
Or how do they clock you for that? Like if you're sleeping there or whatever, does that
Sleeping there. I don't sleep.
you don't? Then how'd you work 4 days straight?
No. No, I worked Fridays. Like I work in the mornings. And get off in the afternoon.
Oh, I guess I said 4 days straight. I just assumed that was
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. I
She
was like,
worked 4 days
what?
Holy
That's
shit,
fine.
you're crazy.
I would hate that.
You're a workaholic.
Yeah.
I would hate that.
You're a chocolate.
Coming from a Virgo.
Coming from what?
A Virgo.
Oh,
Yeah.
Did you know you were?
are you saying? I'm hearing that more and more often now.
What?
Just
people,
for me though,
people
right?
talking about their signs, and then they
Yeah,
ask
me
what
too.
I
I've
know.
noticed that too. A lot of
I
people are
don't
talking
know
about
why.
astrological stuff.
What do you guys feel about that?
Wrong people to ask.
Astrology stuff.
Well, I believe in mystic stuff.
What does that mean?
like unicorns and leprechauns.
Right on.
Leprechauns
Are we
especially.
Bojangles right now?
Okay, for
You can't be
for
serious. I mean, well, Bojangles or Bojangles?
no one said Bojangles.
I didn't say it, but
Everything
I'm also not
was
speaking.
free grab.
Free grab. When you're at a strip club and you walk in,
Free
free
grab.
grab night, boy.
Those poor ladies.
Yeah. Tune in next week when we'll be talking to a stripper.
That would be cool.
Is that your thing?
Yes, I told
Oh,
you
really?
guys. Yes.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
You told me this?
No,
I told the
I
two
mean-
of you guys.
No, you
Or-
said that someone approached you.
Right.
So.
And then I said, okay.
Oh, did
Yeah, I
okay.
did, yeah.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Interesting.
It'll be interesting.
There'll be a lot of fun questions.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Cool.
So, do boobies... No. What happens when they get cold? No, you still gotta... No, but, yeah. So, I'm kind of in the middle, right? Where I was atheist for a long time. I was raised Catholic, and I was atheist for a long time. And then I think I was more agnostic than anything. I feel like there's something there. I just don't like saying that it's God or, like, a person. That makes me feel weird. Because I have dad issues. But anyways...
Omnis. Or omnis?
Ominous?
No, omnis.
Ominous?
Ominous?
OMNOUS, I think.
Yeah, it's ominous.
No, there's no.
OMNOUS. Got you, ominous.
Omnis.
Well, yeah, so that's where I think...
What's ominous? Sorry, what?
I think what I was
I'll
saying
find
is what she's saying is ominous. Where I think that there's some like a higher power, I guess. I just don't know what it is, and I don't feel comfortable being like, oh, it's this or it's that.
Yeah, what was
Or-
the first word you said?
Agnostic?
Yeah, I think agnostic is like you don't know anything. Like you're just like, I don't know.
No, well, maybe. What I thought agnostic was is that you believe that there was something out there, you just chose not to.
I don't know.
Totally spelled it wrong.
You want to hit us with it? You wanna bang us
Omnism.
with it? Omnism?
Yeah, OMNISM. The belief that no religion is truth, but that truth is found in them all.
No, well, I do believe that, but I don't think that's what
That's
I
kind of
believe
like
right
That's
now.
fine.
I feel like that's like the thought that they serve as a good teacher of like morality.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I
a
enjoy
lot of who
being
I am
moral.
today is because I was raised religious and I had
Right.
that shoved in my fucking face for many years.
Yeah.
I still have the same morals, or at least
Right.
most of them. I still
That's
feel guilty when I
interesting.
think or do a lot of things that I probably shouldn't feel guilty for.
Do you think a lot of the morals that you kind of cultivated and like kept with or stayed with were shown by example to you through the lens of religion, or just by the way that your family treated each other and people, I guess?
Both.
Yeah.
Because both my parents are good people. But
Oh,
also I
that's
went to a
like-
Catholic school, so I was
Yeah.
surrounded by that shit all
True, that's
the time.
interesting. Yeah, I mean, I feel like you definitely probably grow up with like a big mix of everything. It's hard to say what was what.
Yeah,
But-
I would say the guilt stuff definitely came from religion and
Right.
going to Catholic school, but I know for sure. I mean, I can't pinpoint anything, but I know a lot of stuff. Make sure you get this. I know a lot of stuff came from my parents because
Yeah.
they're both good people. So
It's crazy. Huh. But yeah, I don't think I believe in anything specifically. I think I'm open to everything, but or Atlantically. I think those are the two oceans that I know: Atlantic and Pacific. Specific.
the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantis Ocean,
The Pinta,
the
the
Indian
Santa
Ocean.
Marina,
the Santa Marina Ocean,
Santa Claus.
the Black Sea Ocean.
Plague. I don't think that counts, dude.
The Red Sea?
No.
Is that just
That's
a Bible
sea, it's
thing?
not an
No, Red
ocean.
Sea's a real thing.
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like-
Have you guys ever seen those
I
black
think it's the
beaches?
Mediterranean.
Yeah.
No.
They're like black sand beaches.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's
Shit
also a
sounds
pink
tight.
one.
Oh, is that really? Oh,
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Oh, and there's one where it's like black, and then on the top, and then you move the sand, and it's red on the bottom.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
that's creepy.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the first person to see that and be like, ah, ah?
Or what about those trees that bleed? Have you seen those?
I
Yeah.
feel like I have, yeah.
I've seen them in just like videos, but
Huh.
imagine the first person that saw that.
And yeah, seriously.
Imagine about
A
how many
blood
people had
orange?
to die to like find out what foods are poisonous and shit like that.
True.
The amount of people, like how lucky we are to be alive in this time period,
where it's all been
as opposed
tested.
to anything 100 years ago, over 100 years ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Over 100.
I bet it was a lot of children, or maybe like the sick people. They were like, "Hey, try this
Huh.
drink out."
Maybe, yeah. I mean,
Crazy.
even in World War II, the Nazis tested a lot of stuff on Holocaust victims.
True. That's crazy.
A lot of stuff.
Huh. So what do you think about astrology?
I don't know. My initial thought is to say I think it's bullshit, but I think that's kind of mean at the same time. I think it's, I don't know, in my mind, I think saying it's bull. Thank you. In my mind, it's saying it's bullshit is one thing, because I know all of my thoughts in my head that I'm not going to just express, you know?
Fair.
But other than saying it's bullshit, I don't know. It's hard to say. Because I've talked to people about it before, and they make up good points, you know?
Right.
You know the card reading? Is that
Tarot?
anything to do? Yeah, is that
Tarot.
anything to do with astrology?
Falls under the blanket, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I've had my cards read or whatever you call it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. My when I went to Colorado with my friend Pete,
Yeah.
we went and visited our friends Aaron and Carissa, and Carissa does not like for a living or anything, but for like fun, I guess. I'm sure she was just
Recreationally?
Yeah, she does the card reading, and she did mine, and I told her up front I'm like very skeptical of this, and she was super open with it and all this. She's like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Let's just see what happens. And she like fucking nailed it. Like it was like it was weird. Like holy
That's
shit,
crazy.
how are you saying all this stuff? Like it's not specifics, but
She's
and that's
also- I
that's the
see
thing.
here
Like
that
you know when
took
you
a shit at
when
5
you
o'clock.
read.
It looks the next card is telling me that you did not wipe enough.
It was very specific, but not in the way where like you read a horoscope and it's specific to anyone's
right.
life.
Like
you know, like,
vaguely
yeah, I can relate
specific.
to that or can relate to that. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
It was like, it was really weird. Like, you know, I told you I'd gone through all like that anxiety
Weird
stuff,
stuff.
like
Yeah.
before I knew what it was and all that. She like hit everything on the head while I was figuring it out, and it actually helped
That's
me figure
crazy.
stuff out. It was
What do you
really
think about that?
Yeah.
that? I don't
Just
know.
the fact that it somewhat worked. You know what I mean?
Oh, I don't know. That's why I'm like, I want to say it's bullshit, but at the same time, I don't know, because that was fucking weird.
Well, I think like whether you believe in it or not, a lot of people use it to help them with whatever situation they're in, just like it helped you.
Yeah.
So
That's why I can't say it's bullshit.
yeah, because it does help people, like whether it's true or not. Like maybe
Like anything really, like religion, fucking.
yeah, like maybe
Counseling.
that person being like, oh, you should focus on your finances. They start focusing on their
Yeah.
finances, and it helps them in that way.
Yeah, because
It doesn't mean doesn't
if you're
mean
doing
it's
like
true
a
or not.
ritual for your finances, of course you're thinking about your finances more.
Mhm.
So in a way,
So I think in that way, it's totally fine, and it's almost like, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to swear into the mic.
mix it up. Mix it up. Mix the
I
swearing.
did it.
I think in that respect,
And
it's
erase.
fine. I think in that respect, it's fine, and it kind of is like synonymous with religion, or mimics religion in a way,
In a way.
to where it's like a guide or whatever.
Right.
But in the way where, you know, that meme you guys have probably seen where it's like, oh, she's such a Scorpio or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
no,
What's a meme?
A meme?
My man.
It's like a funny picture with words on it.
Oh,
I like that.
thank you.
There was some meme the other day where it was like, Stephanie's such a Scorpio or whatever, you know? Like,
Yeah.
no, she's just a fucking bitch. Like, they're just a shit person. And they,
Right.
That's a Scorpio. That was the whole joke.
yeah, but it's just
Scorpios
like
don't come for me.
people blame their shitty attitude and all that on like their fucking sign. Like, no, you're just a shit person.
Yeah, I think there's definitely like, I mean, there's some of that in everything, really, where you have like the shitty people that do stupid things.
And they blame it on other things.
Yeah, but isn't
They
that
don't
also-
take accountability?
Yeah.
Isn't that also in the same vein, kind of like racism? You're blaming one group of people for
Vaguely,
something that
yeah.
not true. You can't just say all Scorpios are shit because of the month they were born in. That's stupid.
Right.
Well, there's evolved signs and there's non-involved signs. So there's two
Oh,
spectrums
sorry.
to it. Oh, sorry.
How rude of me.
You gotta mix.
There's two
You gotta mix
spectrums
call.
to it. This kind of became like a sherry stick.
Kinda. It's nice to have a It's nice.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It was just meant as a joke.
Yeah. No.
It's like, oh, he has the mic. We gotta listen to it.
Yeah. Look at
I
that.
like it. I like it.
Yeah. It's fun.
That's a really good thing.
I can't talk
Oh,
about
sorry,
it.
sorry. That's a real,
Now that I thought of it
You
as
can't
a
talk about
sherry
it.
stick, I don't want to hold it.
Why? I think this is a good thing that we should bring in.
It is, yeah.
I think it's good.
Yeah, maybe when it's getting a little hectic, we'll pick it up and just
Yeah.
fucking. Yeah.
Okay, what were you gonna say? There's different like
Yeah.
levels of signs or whatever.
You have the stick holder.
Dick
Yeah.
holder.
Oh, okay. I feel more comfortable. Anyways.
That's why I'm here. I want people to feel comfortable. Right.
So, yeah, there's like evolved people and non-evolved people. Like, you know.
Involved?
Or
Evo-
evolved.
Evolved. Like the
think-
opposite of evolved.
Unevolved.
Uninvolved? Unevolved?
Yeah, unevolved. That's what I was trying to say. Unevolved.
Okay.
Did I hit that on the nail?
I guess so. I think I know what you're talking about.
But anyways, yeah, just with anything. So,
Unevolved. It's like regressed.
okay.
Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. This is too annoying now.
Okay, let's not get stuck in the
Welcome to Grammar Nazis with...
That's the
where you
Polish
get your
of him.
vowels. Yeah. Get the vowels straight or they're going to the chamber.
Anyways, but yeah, that was it.
I mean,
Fuck yeah.
fuck yeah. I don't know. I think I wish... Like, I wish that there
Is it me or is it hot in here?
No, it's
You
not
just
at all.
had
This climate.
shining light on you.
This
I know,
climate.
You're near... Yeah, you're like... the
This
intersection of all the
climate.
lines.
Is this climate fucking changing?
No, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I thought Trump told me it was fake.
like his hair.
Am I drinking his skin?
Fake.
Oh my god, disgusting. I just pictured like oil in a cup.
It looks like
That is a good tone. That is a Trump tone. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Interesting. So all you Thai tea fans out there.
Have you guys seen that new picture that people are making a lot of memes out of where it's like Trump's head, but there's like a gust of wind, so it's blowing his hair back, and you can see exactly where
Yeah.
Where it connects.
It's like a perfect circle.
You would
Oh
think.
wow, I haven't seen that.
It's like, come on, bitch.
It's like
blend that foundation.
yeah, it's like
in.
hardcore orange like this, and then
Yeah.
like just
White.
immediately just like whiter than Ryan.
White and
Wow.
pink.
Yeah.
White and pink.
Yeah, it was
That's
crazy.
gross.
And then
Yeah.
they made this great meme where it's his face, but it's behind. So like there's a guy painting his fence, like a picket fence, you know, and there's a hole in it, in a side of it.
Yeah.
And it shows the guy going over where Trump's head was, and that's the perfect.
That's hilarious,
circle.
dude.
It's so good.
That's hilarious.
That's funny.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Alright, what
you'd
were
think
you saying?
being that rich, you like know how to blend your shit.
Yeah, or like-
Or somebody
or
does
hire
for
someone.
you.
Stupid
Yeah.
fucking fake, obviously fake hair,
Yeah.
or like insane comb over, you know.
It's
Yeah.
only fake, and you know, as long as you're willing to not pull it off. Does that make sense?
It's from China.
It's a Chinese wig.
Your hands have to be much smaller if you're gonna say China.
It's from China. Oh.
China.
Oh Jesus Christ! That scared the shit out of me.
That was good. That was good. You learned that from Ryan. You're learning
too quickly. I know, right? Your fast movements. But,
Do you remember what you were gonna say?
yeah,
Yeah,
no.
you're
like,
holding the sharing stick.
sharing dingler. I think,
Call it
like,
what you
I
want.
wish I want the mysticism to be real. I think it's cool, but I don't know if that's a good enough reason to personally myself be super invested into it. I think I just have a hard time committing to any type of like religious or spiritual idea just because of the way that my Catholic background was. So I think that kind of just dragged over into my life now. Like I just have a hard time committing to anything spiritually. I prefer to just be like, I don't know. You know, I think that it just feels easier for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
But it's like, you never know. It's like one of those things where it's like, you know how people say like, do you want to like live your life for God and then, or do you want to live your life however you want and then end up dead and then be at the gates and be like, oh, you're not getting in? Or do you want to just play it safe?
No entrance for you, sucker.
Yeah.
You fucking
You do not pay the
idiot.
toll. Like, I think that stuff is
Very cheesy.
bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot
Yeah.
of stuff in religion. Like I'm deaf. Thank you. I'm definitely like
You're deaf.
believe whatever you
Definitely.
want as long as it doesn't hurt anyone. And I'm totally fine
Yeah.
with the idea of religion.
Right.
But there's some people for any religion, but I see it mainly in types of Christianity
Mhm.
where they're just like so fucking cringy.
Yeah.
You know?
There's
Yeah.
some Catholic pockets out there too, for sure.
I don't know. It's just the way people
It's
are
not,
raised.
and it's not necessarily just like you're religious, you're cringy. It's more like they, like for instance, if someone works really hard for something, like they fucking worked at something for years and years and years, and they saw success from it. Someone's like, "Oh, thank God," and they mean like literally, God allowed you to do this. Like,
Right.
no, he fucking worked his ass off.
Right.
He or she worked his ass off.
That's
and
interesting.
They did it, you know.
Yeah, but also at the same time, both statements are true because that person, like, say they worked very hard that entire time, and they were thinking that God was doing that for them.
No,
So
I'm just being like some cringy religion, like that person's cringy, not all.
oh, I see what you're saying. I see what
They're
you're
saying that, like,
the
God
people
did
putting
this,
that
like,
onto
fuck
them.
No, I worked my ass
Right,
off.
right, yeah. No, that's
Fuck
very
you for
true.
trying to take that away from me, because that's what they're doing,
Yeah, exactly.
in my opinion.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
It is annoying.
I mean, God could just clap his butt cheeks and it'd all be gone.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, did you hear me? Let me say that again. God can clap his butt cheeks and it'll all be gone.
True, true.
That'd be scary.
So thank God. Look at
Wait
God.
for that TikTok. That was a TikTok trend that people were slapping their butt cheeks. Like, they'd be like, I heard a clap. How did you do that? And they're just like clapping their butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Very funny.
And they're like, dude, that was so funny. And you hear them clapping, they're like, are you clapping? They're like, yeah, that was so funny. And they're like, what? Like, how are you clapping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the joke.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
They're just secretly twerking really loud.
Yes.
Just like pulling back and forth.
I mean, I don't know. I believe in all that stuff. But
All that stuff being.
mysticism, ghosts, things like that.
Clapping butt cheeks.
Clapping butt cheeks.
The
I
clap.
think it's hard to say, like, who's to know what's real? Who's
Right.
to know what's right? You know? Like, if you look at Christianity and the Muslim stories, like, they're all very similar to each
Oh,
other.
Right.
You know? So, it's like, who's to say what's right? So just take what you can from it. Hopefully all the good stuff, you know?
Right.
But I've had a lot of experiences with ghosts and things like that. And I actually had this conversation with him a long time ago. It's a ghost. It's a ghost. But if you don't believe in it, you won't see it. So
I think I'm fine with that too. Like, I kind of purposely choose to not believe because I don't feel.
want to see it.
What is
Well, I don't want the burden of it because I feel like if I were to know for a fact that shit was real, like I wouldn't be the type of person that can just drop it. Like, I would constantly be thinking about it and being like, okay, well, now I gotta do this, I gotta get salt, and I gotta maintain this. I just don't have the space for that in my life right now.
I gotta get salt pellets for my shotgun.
Exactly.
I gotta go find Dean.
I gotta get an old car, get on the road, hit all the ghost spots, and knock them off.
So, like, going off of what you said, to where you're not going to see it unless you want to, basically.
I believe in it, yeah.
Isn't
Yeah.
there a negative side to that, to where, like,
You believe in it and you
so hard that
constantly.
you're going to look for it anywhere? Like,
Oh, yeah,
that's it.
exactly.
Like, the people
Yeah,
saying,
yeah.
"Oh, I saw Jesus
Like
in
if
my
something
toes."
falls over.
Yeah,
and
no,
you're like,
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So, I mean, it's like, it's kind of like what you said. Like, as long as it doesn't hurt anybody, like,
Yeah.
Right.
just
Yeah.
fucking go for it.
As soon as you please.
But, with astrology, there's a lot that goes into it other than, like, how I always joke with you, like, oh, you're a Virgo.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's
yeah.
a lot that
I'm
goes
sure.
into it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is because I don't know if Amy wants me to say it, but she's been getting into it. Eddie, feel free to cut that out if she tells you to cut that out later. At this point. But Amy's kind of been getting into it, and so I've kind of been getting into it and, like, listening to what she has to say about it and stuff. And a lot of the research that it has been done and that she will bring to my attention and shit, a lot of it is kind of like that tarot card, the reading that you had, where it was like, oh, like, that actually makes sense.
Yeah, it was,
in a very
it was-
specific way.
That was an eye-opening experience to where, like, before that, and I told her, I think this is total bullshit, but let's see
Yeah.
what happens.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was a very changing experience. But also,
Right.
I had that opinion before, and still a little bit now, is because my only
Experience.
information from it, or, like, experience, is just, like, stuff that is targeted towards it being bullshit, you know?
Right. Also,
Yeah.
there's such a mainstream.
That's why
like,
I'm open to my
like-
ideas being changed.
Right, yeah. And for me personally, like, it feels like I'm seeing a lot of people, like, on Instagram now being like, oh, look at it, I'm stones and this and that, you know, and it's like a lot of it feels like Hot Topic. It's just like a lot
Yeah.
of it feels like people are using it as a fashion trend. So
Yeah.
I understand why for me for a long
Yeah.
time I was like, it's just like whatever, because the people that I saw doing it were just not really.
Yeah, but I think there's also a lot of power, whether it's true or not. You know, I could say, oh, this thing's very powerful, but there's a lot of power to me thinking that this thing is very powerful.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
You know what I
we
mean?
put power into it by whoever holds it has the power to talk.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
So,
how we look at it.
Yeah, but it's just like, it's just your way of thinking. You know what I mean? So even if it's like they don't really believe in it like that, just the fact that they're like, oh, this thing is like, it holds this type of power, they're giving themselves that power.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know if
that's
that
cool.
makes
I think
sense.
that's very positive, you know?
Yeah. So it's just a way of thinking also. But the funny thing about tarot cards is what the cards tell you is
How you're gonna die.
it's how you're gonna die. No. It's how like your feelings and what you're thinking in that moment. So your anxiety that you were feeling, you probably like put that into the cards. Whether you believe in it or not.
I don't know. I mean, it'd be easier to talk about it if this happened like last week, but it was like a few months ago, like
Mhm.
half a year ago.
Oh, wow.
I got my cards read by a lady. And the thing about getting your cards read by people is very scary because you don't know who that person is. But, I mean, your friend did it. But, like, if you go to somebody, like, who's a tarot reader or whatever, it's very scary because you don't know if they're trying to, like, put bad will onto you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because, like, words have a lot of power.
Yeah.
Like, that's why they say, oh, I curse you. Like, and that's why it's called cursing. Because
Isn't it also, like, sorry to interject, but, like, also, like, if say
excuse me, I have a talking
Fuck
stick.
you, buddy.
Yeah.
I got a point,
This.
No, but yeah, like, it feels like also, like, if you, like, say you were a mystical person and you had the power, like, and you put bad will on somebody, then wouldn't that mean more business to you because they would come back to you and be like,
It
what's
could.
going on? You know what I'm saying?
So-
So that's what worries me about going into
could.
places like that.
Yeah, you gotta be careful
So-
going to people
I
like
don't
that.
I feel like that kind of business is a lot of word of mouth. And if
True.
you cost someone,
Ill will.
yeah, then
Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys like pizza or?
fuck no.
No, but yeah. So, but yeah, next week.
No,
yeah,
but
but no, but yeah,
no,
no.
but yeah.
I-
No, but yeah.
But no,
Hey,
yeah, but no,
Colin,
but yeah.
have you ever had pancakes?
Yeah.
Dude, ever since we had that conversation, I've been making pancakes at home more frequently.
What did I say?
Fucking amazing.
I forgot that even happened. I remember
Yeah.
like as you were asking me
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
because you
Mom-
caught me off guard. What did I say? I don't remember.
You're like,
You're like,
do I like pancakes?
that's what you're asking me.
I was like shocked.
Yeah.
Do I like pancakes?
You were shocked, but also like, bitch. It was very funny.
No, it was. I wasn't like that. Like, of
That's what
course
it
I
sounded
did.
like,
It
though,
was
yeah.
more like, are you really asking me that? Like,
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
shocked
yeah.
that you
That's
just
funny.
fucking asked
Yeah.
me that.
But yeah, man, pancakes.
His
is
mom
tight.
has been joking about that.
Oh, apparently my mom watches the podcast. Yeah, like she'll walk into my room sometimes and she'd be like, pancakes. What's up,
Yeah.
Mom? Shout out my mommy.
Yeah, one time she was just like walking. She's like, "Do you like pancakes?"
Yeah, that's very funny. Yeah. And sometimes she'll come up to me and just be like, "That was funny."
That's crazy. I've never watched an episode, and I don't think I ever will.
My
I
mom
cannot
has.
watch myself.
Has your mommy watched an episode?
She's told me she's watched it.
Oh, really?
Aw.
That's cool.
I don't know how she even knew about it. But
Probably your
Yeah,
brother.
she knows about it. She's liked some stuff
My-
on Facebook.
That's hilarious.
Oh,
Yeah.
seriously?
Yeah.
She sees stuff because my Facebook
And
still
Instagram.
exists. I haven't logged on it forever, but it still exists. So if you
Mhm.
guys tag me and stuff, she probably
I
sees
might
it.
have tagged
That
you a
should be a
couple
thing
times.
we do on the 2G 1G Instagram. Is you logging onto your Facebook? Like
Yeah.
finally, and just like
That
all
would be super
the
interesting.
notifications and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
It's
would be
like
so
one.
funny.
We should have
Yeah.
like a. What if we did like a? Dude, that's funny.
What a build-up.
5. All right,
I've been not logging for 10 years now.
Yeah.
Couple of times. Get 2
Can't wait to
notifications.
see. Yeah. That's crazy, dude.
I don't think I'll ever.
I would love that. We should definitely try, and then we should have the viewers try to guess what the ballpark is, like around for your notifications.
notifications. Well, doesn't it top up at like 99 plus?
Oh, does it?
Oh yeah.
I think so.
Bummer.
Yeah.
So don't guess 99.
But guess
Yeah.
99 plus.
I know. But yeah, next week we're gonna have a stripper. She stripped for a year, so she has
Is she
some
fine
experience.
saying that?
Yes. Yeah. I asked her about it. I was like, yeah. I mean, like I tell everybody, I was like, we can cut out whatever you want. She was like, no, pretty cool. Told everybody that I did. So, but again, we'll ask her for courtesy's sake and all that. But then also, I was thinking, I want to have her on, and then I want to have maybe some more strippers down the line too, just so that we can kind of get a different experience. Because you know,
So you have a line of strippers.
I could. You just go to the strip store. No,
The strip store.
no, but seriously, like I think Bojangles, but yeah, no, but yeah,
No, but yeah.
no, but yeah.
I knew it was coming.
The first time I did it was so perfect, and I've been trying to mimic it on accident. And it
Dude,
doesn't
he
work.
was like stuttering. It was so
no, yeah,
funny.
no.
Yeah, he just like he couldn't get his thoughts together. He's like, no, but yeah, no,
Yeah.
no, but yeah, but no. And he just like kept doing that.
On a segue, I recently realized I haven't been sleeping like at all for the past like at least a month. It's been a month since I've slept correctly. Plus,
What do you
like
mean,
easily.
correctly?
Hey.
I haven't slept more than like 4 or 5 hours in the past couple
Really?
months. Yes,
Oh.
at all. And I didn't realize.
You can tell he's sleepy because
Don't tell people.
this eye. It looks like he winks at you with this eye.
Yeah, so if I'm ever flirting with you,
he'll
You ain't
just
nothing.
he'll just do this. He'll just go,
Nice.
yeah. Yeah.
You know what? My dad does that too. So that's
And-
fun. That's funny. Yeah. Yeah.
Kim does that. Kim
Who?
Kardashian.
Kim Possible? Oh, really?
One of her eyes gets smaller. So in the
Yeah.
photos, if you see one of her eyes be smaller, it's because she's tired.
Yeah, but no, but yeah.
No, but yeah. No, but
Yeah, no, but yeah. But no, yeah, I haven't been sleeping like for a couple months, and the reason that I found out was because 2 or 3 days ago, I actually slept for 8 hours, and I woke up and I was like, whoa! And I was like super productive that day, and I played guitar and I did something really cool on it. Thank you. And I was like, damn, sleeping is overrated, bro. Nobody told me. But yeah, I haven't been sleeping at all. I didn't realize, and I still am not sleeping. Like, remember last night I told you I was gonna go to sleep. I went home. Actually, I think I did go to sleep. I slept 10 hours last night, but I still feel like shit. But yeah, I haven't been sleeping at all.
no, but yeah.
I get
No, but yeah.
way more like progressively tired as the week goes on. Like I'm fucking tired right now.
Yeah.
And tomorrow night I'll be extremely tired. But usually my first full night of sleep out, like off of work, like Friday night into Saturday, into Saturday.
Right.
Like last week or the week before last weekend, I slept 13 hours straight. I didn't wake up
Yeah.
once.
Fuck.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. I used to
love
have
that.
crash days
Yeah.
like that too, where like I would back when this kind of was a trend that started when I was working nights, because I would come home and I'd still have to do shit, and I kind of have just continued it, so to speak. But like every once in a while, like in a month, I'll have a day where I'll sleep like 14, 15 hours.
Yeah.
I haven't been able to do that in like 2
I
months.
don't like that. I wish
Me
I would
neither.
just fucking wake up after 8 hours and feel fine.
Yeah, no, yeah, same.
It's
but
not even that I feel good after those
The
long
8.
hours.
Right.
What's the
It's just that
longest
it
you've
happens.
ever slept?
Probably like 14 hours.
What about you?
Like 22.
Really?
Yeah, one day I was fucking
22.
dead, dude. Yeah.
God damn.
Well,
I
I
was
think, I think
dead.
I've actually slept longer than 14 hours when I was sick once, but that doesn't really count. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like
Yes, it
extra
does.
exhausted. Does it?
Yes.
Numbers wise.
What's the longest you've ever slept?
I don't
So
know.
it counts. I think I've slept 20 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Shit.
Sick?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No. And then
Choice.
before that was 18 hours.
That's a good
I was on a whole sorry, I was on a whole thing.
You're gonna talk and stick.
Yeah,
That's
talk.
Yeah,
nice.
I'm talking
It's actually
stick.
worked pretty well.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
because
the new
this one.
Bojangles.
Oh, also, I heard free grabs. So,
Yeah, yeah.
Take whatever you want from
I'm
your house.
thinking-
Yeah, from the house. Feel free.
Take whatever you want from your
I want,
house.
God damn it.
When did someone say free grabs?
Amy said it earlier.
Yeah.
I also said it.
I don't know. I said something
What?
about free
You can watch
grabs.
it on the podcast.
Yep, about 20 minutes ago.
Put the
Yeah.
stamp right here.
But you have the talking stick.
I have the talking stick. What was I saying?
Bang, bang, gun.
20 hours.
Oh, in high school, my hobby was sleeping. Legit.
That's
Nice.
a
Not a bad
Legit, that was my hobby. And I always wanted to beat my record of how many hours I could sleep. It was 18 at first, and then it got up to 20.
That's crazy, dude.
That was my actual hobby in high school.
So what do you like to do? You know, I like to sleep.
Yeah.
We were
Doesn't
just talking about
everybody?
people
No,
who
like
do
I
shitty
really like to
hobbies,
sleep.
Yeah. Well, okay,
Funny.
because also I trained myself to lucid dream. So,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair.
That'll do it.
yes, I had a lot of lucid dreams. But anyways, so
So we're gonna have a stripper on next week.
yes, we're gonna have a stripper on next
No.
week.
Oh, yeah.
I need to stop
Real?
saying no, but
Ex-stripper.
yeah. Ex-stripper. But then I also want to have a stripper who is stripping, and then somebody ideally who has been stripping for a while, just so you can kind of get it like a good idea.
Like a 1 year person, and then
I know a stripper,
a long time person, and then a longer.
That would be
person.
really good to come on.
Yeah.
Which I've been meaning to ask. So
Let's do that.
I'll ask.
But yeah, I think stripping is very mystical. You know, like there's not a lot of information out there besides like the guy cool shit version of it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
That'd be really cool.
You only hear the perspective of like, yes, I was at the strip club. I swear to God, I just did this on accident. I was talking to Andre yesterday because I was dead ass
You're
tired.
wearing blue. You can't do that.
No, yeah, it's general. But no, when I was a younger kid, and I was talking to Amy about it too. When I was a younger kid at my school, like when we started learning about gangs and stuff, like
Right?
Yeah. Other
Upside
way around.
down?
Upside down. S.
Like that.
South side.
South side.
Yeah.
East side.
No, but when I was a kid, I was very self-conscious about the way that I did this because I was a bigger kid, so my fingers were really chunky, and I remember seeing like all my friends do it, and they would look super cool. So I'd be at home like after school, and I'd just be like. Now because I'm so tired, I just instinctually just tossing it left and right. Yeah, honestly, yeah, but I forgot what I was talking about.
Speaking of which, when I took care of my client who was deaf, he was doing sign language, and my other client came in, and he was like, "Stop doing your gang signs!" And it was the funniest thing ever. I couldn't help it. I busted out laughing.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
He didn't hear any of it though. So.
Yeah, he didn't hear any of it.
Dude, I've got you guys have probably heard this story, but podcast story, I guess. So when I first moved here, like they thought I had a speech impediment. Oh yeah, talking stick. Sorry. They thought I had a speech impediment because of my accent.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So they made me go through like a whole class of speech therapy.
ESL.
Wow.
Or actual speech therapy.
Like it was part of the school.
ESL.
Yeah. So
dude, they did the same thing to me because I used to know Spanish first, and then when I started learning English, I would have like a little bit of an accent. Ooh. And then they were like, "You're a retard."
Oh, they do that. I think
they do that.
I
They
had
make
like
you
one
feel
or two
stupid.
classes too.
Yeah,
Dude,
they make you feel stupid.
One of my parents.
Yeah.
Like I think my mom had to come down to the school and be like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah,
He's not like this. Isn't like an issue. He has a fucking accent." Like,
yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
Uncultured bastard. But no, I think my parents were cool with it because they were like, "Yeah, keep him another hour."
Oh my god.
You have to take a special bus home?
Yeah. I'm gonna pick him up. All right. Can you keep him?
Dude, I remember when I went into high school, they tried to put me in ESL, and they literally told me it was because I was Mexican.
Jesus.
Yeah. I think
They
I was the same
literally
thing
told
'cause I
me
didn't
that.
have an accent.
And
I came from Mexico.
Yeah, and they're like, "Yeah, we just gotta make sure that you can read your level." And it's like, bitch, yeah, I can fucking read my level. The fuck.
Yeah.
But
That's
yeah.
true, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and it was funny because like I was really into like reading in high school. I would like drag him to like the library all the time.
Book place.
Yeah, they would hate it, and I'd just be like reading fucking Shakespeare. I'd be like, "Yeah, I guess I have to be in this class, huh?" And the teacher'd be like, "Yeah, I don't think you do." And I'm like, "No, I don't think I do either."
The ESL teacher's just like, "Oh, she's just so determined to get this down."
Yeah.
What does that stand for?
English is a second language.
English second language class. Yeah, it's like
Because technically it was, but it was a long time ago.
technically,
In the
me.
past of our lives.
Right?
No, I think I learned English first. No, I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, I couldn't say which one I learned first. My mom could probably tell. So, Mom, if you're watching, please. Make an account. My mom's so cute, dude. She's like, I try to subscribe, mijo, but all in Spanish. I'm just, for the story. She's like, I try to subscribe, but it keeps wanting my information about something. I'm like, Mom, you don't have an account on YouTube? Like, I'm just watching it. And I was like, make an account so you can like it, Mom. So, Mom, make an account, leave a comment of what I learned. No. But no, I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you which one because I grew up in California and I had a lot of people who spoke English to me, assumingly. I think I was raised partially by my cousins too, who all spoke English. but my mom mostly spoke Spanish, and then we went to Mexico for a long time, or for like a year or two, or whatever the fuck. So I can't say for sure.
He came to America yesterday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew.
America.
And he was white a week ago.
They told me I was white when when I got to Ellis Island from Mexico.
Yeah, they were like, "You're white.
Yeah.
Go to America."
You're white. You're
All
a
the way to
Peterson
New
now.
York.
Yeah, Mexico to New York to Arizona.
Yeah.
Chain. Yeah.
Eduardo? Edward.
Yeah. Cutting it down.
We're going to get rid of a syllable there. You don't need
Honestly.
that here.
That's all it is, really.
Also, this is really good for calluses.
Building calluses.
Yeah, building calluses. So ukulele, here I come.
Hey, how's that going?
It's good.
Shredding?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm writing a song.
Nice.
Hey.
It just came to me.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah. It's alright.
That's pretty good.
Is that what it's called? It's aight?
It should be. Yeah. It is now.
That's funny.
It's alright.
It's aight.
Yeah.
Have you been able to play your drums?
I don't have any room.
Oh, really? Still?
I basically bought it as an investment for when I have room.
Yeah. You got a jam, dude.
Goals.
I want to.
I'll bring the ukulele.
Yeah.
Let's do
If
it.
you guys ever
You'll
want to,
bring the
once my back is not being
timbre?
is done being destroyed and I can lift the box, I'd be down. Like on a weekend or something.
Yeah. Sounds good. What is that?
Definitely not marijuana.
Oh,
Good.
fair. Good.
I'm allergic, so.
I'm like,
Deathly
good time.
allergic.
Deathly Hollow is allergic.
I told you my brother will be on, right?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Yes. Yeah. So we
God damn it, that did nothing.
That's what I was thinking while you were saying that.
I was trying to exhale away from you because
Like
I
a
don't
smoke.
want to kill you on the
Oh, yeah.
podcast.
I'm
Yeah.
allergic.
that's your running bit that you're a murderer, Andre. Yeah.
Jack
I'll
the
say
Reaper.
No.
Jack the Reaper.
Oscar, you are a murderer? Is that what you're saying?
No, I will kill you.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's fine.
I haven't seen Yuki in a long time.
With laughs. That's
That's
true.
that party.
I know.
Yeah, I haven't seen her since my birthday.
She was being real quiet that day.
Like she's trying to give a signal like she doesn't feel safe at home.
And you know
Yeah,
what?
she just kept
Andre's
walking up to
murderer.
people and tugging on him, and I was like, "What is this bit you're doing?"
Just looking at people. Help.
Good bit, Yuki. Yeah. That's hilarious. That's fun. I don't think have we talked about the birthday party on this?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, okay.
It was
Anyways.
fun. We did jujitsu in the jumping castle.
Yeah,
I
cut to the
didn't,
clip.
I didn't go to.
Yeah,
You
I
get
told
to-
you to go in there and you didn't.
I actually did jump in there once.
Oh, did you?
Halfway in.
Halfway in.
Yeah, I did. I
On
ran
the
into
step?
It, I ran into it and jumped.
Got stuck in
The
the.
top part of my torso, like torso and up, was in the bounce house.
Yeah.
Torso down was not, and I was like, "Whoa!" And I got up.
That's my life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Nice.
Nice.
We should go to Sky Zone. It's
We
a
should.
it's a trampoline park and it's fun.
I haven't been
I
there.
get hurt.
I hurt my actually I hurt my ankle there. It was fun.
Andre, when's the last time you were in a bouncy house or anything like that? Or a trampoline?
Oh, fuck with that.
At all? When's the last time you did it?
Is it 'cause
Very
it-
brittle bones.
Yeah,
Like-
it's your back.
Well, no, I just haven't been around bouncy castles other than.
The castles
Did
bring
you-
back memories
when
of
you-
England.
Yeah. Did you guys have
Thanks.
bouncy castles in England?
Or
Did-
were
yeah,
they bouncy
castles.
homes?
Yeah, bouncy homes.
Would you like to join the bounce data?
Yeah, the bounce manor. Yeah.
The bounce stage?
That's hilarious. The bounce. What's American? The bounce stage coach.
The bouncy bungalow.
The bounce cottage. Bounce cottage.
That's crazy.
It's so funny. I love bouncy castles.
What do they call them in England?
Bouncy castles?
Bounce house.
Yeah.
Yeah, we call them bingo.
Bouncy
What?
Elizabeth's
Bingo,
house.
I think.
Did you
one
say that
time-
he's like jump
Queen
jump?
Elizabeth.
Yeah, jump, jump,
That's so
jump
funny.
twice.
Jump room.
Yeah.
There we go.
Jump jump.
Yeah.
Or el brinca.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's really important to do things that you loved as a kid. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Just do what you loved as a kid. Yeah. I can't climb trees because people think it's weird, so I'll go in a jumpy castle.
I haven't climbed a tree in a long time.
I enjoyed eating paper as a kid.
Did you seriously?
I did
For real?
too. I did
I tried
too.
to because people did, and I tried to. I couldn't.
I was the only one in my class that
You're better
did.
off.
I guess so.
What was
I tried so hard, dude. I had like globs of fucking paper. On my
You
mouth,
just
and I
gotta
was like,
swallow
I
it.
don't like this.
It's not fun. I don't get it.
You just gotta swallow it after a
Must be an
while.
acquired taste. God damn it.
But it really was before you had glasses. People were just chewing on like gum. And
Where did they get that wrapped paper from? Jesus Christ. Everyone's drunk here.
Anyways.
So you guys
Oh.
ate paper for real?
Yeah, I ate paper. I liked the taste of it when I was little. And
extra bleach.
Extra.
I guess so. And I remember, when you would pass notes in class? One time a note.
You were always the end of the chain.
Yeah, I was always the end of it.
Yeah. The snack.
No, it was funny because someone passed a note to me. I read it and the teacher was like, "What is that?" I was like, "A note." And she's like, "Give me that." And I was just like, and then she just stared at me like as I ate the paper.
Imagine being an adult and you were in that situation. I would too, but they don't pay me to do that.
And I remember opening my mouth and showing her that it was gone.
Like it's a challenge on like Survivor or something.
Yeah.
I was just like, "You ain't getting this, no."
Under the
tongue, yeah.
I feel like as a teacher, you gotta be like, you're gonna do real well in prison.
I mean, probably.
Like,
Do you think that teacher went home and she was just like upset about it the rest of the day? But like, how do you talk about how do you talk about that with your spouse? You're just like,
this motherfucker ain't cooker.
yeah. And then as a spouse, you're like, it's not that big of a deal, and then you're like, but the principal wanted it.
No,
I
she
needed
stared
it.
me in the
Yeah.
face and ate that goddamn
I
paper.
did.
The look on her
I
face.
stared her in the face as I chewed that piece of paper.
That's insane, dude. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like an 11-year-old or however you were.
A 15-year-old or.
Trying to give her the benefit of the doubt here.
I think I was like in third
Yeah.
grade or something.
Third grade? Okay.
Yeah.
So not
15. No.
Yeah, I hated that teacher. 15.
That was a
I was
big life
15 in third grade.
So I was Billy Madison and.
See, I was a 9th year third grader. Yeah. I was just trying to pass nap time. It just fucking worst concept for me.
I used to love nap time. Nap time was the
What was your
best.
hobby?
I remember
Your hobby.
You gotta do things you like as a kid.
Dude, love nap time.
Yeah.
I would try to find like the most like hidden away spot so the teachers wouldn't see me. And then one time I think I found it was like this little kitchen playtime area that they had, and I slept under like this counter thing. It was kind of like this, and I slept in there, and they forgot me in there.
Nice.
And I woke up.
That's the best.
I woke up, and then the teacher was like, "Where have you been?"
Dude, that's insane.
So,
It was fun.
you know those mystery stories where it's just like, oh yeah, the body somehow turned up in this vat, like that no one had access
that's
to.
How that shit
That is how that happens.
That's exactly how that
Like,
happens.
this is a good place to sleep.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, somebody
You're
murdered
right.
my child.
I could have died. You're right, Andre. I could have totally
So funny.
died.
Yeah, easily. That's insane.
Yeah.
Like, you remember a while ago there was that girl who like was being weird in an elevator?
Yeah, and she died in the
water
tower.
Yeah, what if that's what she was like, because you know when you're super tired, do you not know the story?
What happened?
So there was this Asian girl and she was like,
She was
she
just, like,
disappeared.
In Arizona?
No, I don't know where it
I
was.
think in New York.
Somewhere on the east side, yeah.
Yeah,
And so like she disappeared, but like there was video of her like on a camera in a elevator. She was being really weird, like she was hiding behind the door opening, and she was hiding behind it.
And she'd like
she'd,
peek
look
out, and then
she would
she'd like
come back,
hide. Yeah.
and then she would press a button or whatever, and then she'd just be in there, and then she would leave, and then she would come back, and then just be like, and then she disappeared, and that was the last known evidence of her. And then they found her later in a water tower. She was dead.
Like, not the same building?
I think it might have been.
I think it was like
Think-
the base, like the. It was some. I think it was in that building. Yeah.
Yeah, I
so
think it was
like
the
roof
same
of the
building.
Oh.
Yeah, what if she was just sleep deprived?
And she
And
was
she-
like loopy as fuck in the
Yeah,
like,
and she
in
was
the
like, "This
elevator.
is a good spot to sleep in." And
Yeah,
then she
that's
just died in
crazy.
there. Huh.
That would have been a real good bit if you knew what we were talking about. But explaining the tragic story
Yeah,
kind of killed the bit.
No. Jokes are funnier when you explain them.
I'll edit it so that he knows already, and then so everybody big laugh. Dude, that's my favorite. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, when I started, because I think I moved around a lot as a kid, so we went to different schools and shit like that. I remember starting first grade at a different school, And I walked into class, and I was a real weird kid, but I was like sitting there like really tired, and I kind of just like rationalized to myself. I was like, why can't I just go to sleep? Why I can just go to sleep, right? So I fell asleep, and I remember waking up, and the teacher was like, what are you doing? And I was like, why is that not okay? Like, I just didn't understand. But yeah, that's weird, isn't that? Why can you just not sleep? I guess.
Because you're there to learn.
In high school, I had long hair, and
sit
I
down.
would sit at my desk, like with one hand on my forehead or on my cheek, whatever, and my hair was in front of me, and I would have a pen in my hand, so it looked like I was listening. I would literally sleep for like an hour in a class.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, that's genius. I did that with my headphones. I would have my headphones and have my hair covered, and then like under my fucking, you know,
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
Under the hoodie. Yeah.
God, do you guys remember having to fucking hide your phone to text and shit like that?
Yeah. Just
Like-
Ooh,
That shit
one of my
sucks.
favorite was hiding it behind my knee. So I'd be texting.
Why did I ever think about that?
Yeah, and one time my math teacher was like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "So you're just staring at your crotch?" And I was like, "Yeah,
Dude.
yeah, totally."
What a weird teacher.
Then
Yeah.
you piece of paper right in front of him.
child.
Yeah, I was just texting.
Yeah.
It was a flip phone actually, and so it was like flipped open, and I saw him coming, and I just like put it under my knee, and I was just like this, and I was just like, "What's up?"
I would
Yeah.
keep mine in my like
Under my
kind of that
dick.
crotch area, like, and then just like stare at my crotch the entire time. And it's just like,
Oh, did you ever like put it in your pants, zip down your pants?
yeah, all the time.
Okay,
How I currently text.
Yeah.
right.
Hard habit to break.
Because you don't want people at work to think you're
No, like,
you're texting.
I want people looking over my shoulder at work.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Go away, Yuki. I'm texting you.
Hey, dog. What's his name? Totoro?
Otoro.
Otoro. Otoro?
Otoro.
Otoro.
No, you're
Toro.
not getting
So,
it right.
instead of the R, replace the R with a D. Like a D sound.
Otoro.
Yeah.
No, you're saying it in Spanish.
I
No,
know.
It's actually-
That's pretty
no,
much.
it's two T's. T-O-T-O-T-T-O-T-T-O.
Is this your spelling version of yes, no, yes, no, yes, no?
Yeah, it's Ototo, right? Ototo.
Totally.
Otoro.
But with a Japanese zinger.
Otoro.
That's
Otoro.
Yeah, you got it.
Totally.
Otoro.
yeah, that's
Total.
the easiest way to explain how to pronounce it. Yeah.
Have Yuki
Yeah.
watch this, and Yuki, if we got it right, just comment
Spell it
yes.
phonetically.
Reply. No, if Yuki, if we got it right, reply to my mom's comments.
Well, she's still trying to figure out how to make an account.
I'm just thinking that now I'm gonna have to make her an account.
I'm gonna be mad as hell if Yuki comments on this, but still won't listen to my goddamn band.
Mom's gotta get her bills paid.
All right, Yuki. This is how you get Andre really mad.
You never support me, goddamn. Just kidding. She supports me 100%.
Well, she did before she died.
Before you murdered. She didn't die. She was murdered.
Not yet.
Right.
Oh,
We're all joking here.
Bojangles.
No evidence here. We're all joking.
I'm just gonna Bojangles and not say anything. Fuck it. Plead the fifth.
Ooh. Wow.
Well, anyways,
Interesting, Bojangles.
so we learned today that Yuki is Andre's sugar daddy.
Yes.
Did we?
Yes.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Well, that's the goal. Like,
That's right. I did hear
Yes.
that conversation.
yeah, I plan on quitting and living my life.
Off the lamb.
Yeah. And she will support me.
Nice.
Yes.
That's a good dream. That's a good dream.
I will be a house husband.
Oh, okay. A houseband.
Yes.
A houseband. I like that.
That is the regal way of putting it. So, husband.
That's how they say it in
Mother.
Germany.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
All right, guys. Well, welcome to the Two Guys, One Guys podcast. We have Andre.
All right, we're starting
Hey, guys.
now.
We started and cut it all out.
It's really nice to be here today, guys. Yeah.
Double shoot it today. So, how's Deadworld going?
Yeah.
See you guys next week. Well, do you want to talk about Deadworld? You got some big stuff coming.
I mean, we.
Yeah.
I can kind of touch base on
Yeah.
On things and stuff.
Wrong one.
Talking to the crowd.
Wrong one. There you go.
Yeah. So we will have new music coming this year.
It's cool.
It is. I'm very excited for it. I wish I could say more about it.
Andre, your mouth is up here.
Oh, fuck. No, crotch. I'm trying to
Like a
text
text.
and also call with my crotch.
I got you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Not that kind of party?
Not that kind of party. So I learned it, like the QWERTY text or whatever, where you would do that. So I would do it in my pocket. I would just do it in my pocket, and like I got so good at it that I could just send messages without looking.
Do you guys remember?
Yeah.
I used to do that too. Yeah.
You remember T9 where you had
Yes,
key?
yes,
That was
yes.
what I got pro
Yeah.
as fuck on.
Right.
Yeah, T9.
Yeah. T9 I could just fucking just not even look at
Yep.
it. Just, yep.
It's like we're talking about.
Dude, I tried
telegraphs.
T9. Yeah, I tried T9 recently. Fucking weird as fuck.
Yeah.
It's just like, what is this? Like, how did that word form from me pressing these buttons? Like, what?
66-222-1222.
Send
I
nudes.
don't know what I said.
Son dudes.
That's the me the kids are talking about. But no, yeah. So how do you guys write in the band? I don't think a lot of people do. Have you guys talked publicly about the way that Deadworld writes? So I think it's different than the way that most bands, at least that I've heard, do it.
Yeah. I mean, so y'all have been in a band with me. You know this.
I have been in a band with you. Yeah.
She played the harmonica.
Ukulele.
Right.
Well, no, this was before you played the ukulele. It was
Oh,
the
yeah, I
harmonica
did
back
play
then.
the
She played it in
harmonics.
spirit.
Yeah.
Harmona Lily.
Yeah.
The harmonics.
But basically, like, one of us will write the majority of a song, get it all tabbed out, and then we'll send it out for everybody else, the skeleton version of that song.
Is everybody tabbing now?
So, for the most part, as far as writing goes, this new album has been, like, mainly, like, fleshing out of the songs has been a lot of me and Dakota. So it's, this. Plus, Alex came along, our bassist, came along pretty late in the writing process.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, he has been
Helping or
contributing. Yeah, he's contributing as much as he can. But like, when you come in the middle of a project, there's only so much
You
that
can add. Yeah, true.
I shift the fucking that was so hard.
So
But
Wow.
yeah, like
Thank you.
one of us will
Don't
write,
drink glass.
and then we'll send it out, and then
No promises.
everybody will just work on their parts from there.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
cool.
a lot of Guitar Pro, a lot of just sending shit back and forth.
How do you guys like working on Guitar Pro and then practicing? How's that translate?
Honestly, I prefer it.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you can get shit down practicing with Guitar Pro, and especially if live you are playing to a click, then if you can have it 100% down with Guitar Pro, then you should hypothetically be able to translate that over to a live environment.
Right, like walking in a room.
Yeah,
Being
like
ready to go. Oh,
it's
that's cool.
just like it's the poor man's sheet music. It's for anyone not able to put in the time to learn how to read music, which I am one of those people. Like, it's an easy alternative to that. So it just fucking tells you where to put your fingers, you put them there, and you play it.
Yeah, dude, I could never wrap my mind around it, as you guys know. I could never get my fucking guitar.
On tabbing?
Yeah, on tabbing.
Yeah.
For some reason, I found it very difficult because I don't know if maybe it was just the way that I write, and I'm finding now that I still am very unstructured in the way that I write and in the way that I remember the stuff that I've written. I'm very unstructured with it, so I'm trying to like figure that out now. I think it's been working, but Guitar Pro was not an option for me. I just couldn't do it.
No, I feel that. And
I mean, I probably could have. I don't know how much time I would have needed to spend on it.
Yeah.
Because I think I'm the type of person that needs to fuck up a lot before they figure something out. So, yeah.
Well, I feel I've talked to other people about this, and I feel like once you get the hang of like a program like Guitar Pro down, it gets to a point where you don't necessarily need to touch your instrument when you're writing.
Yeah.
Because like you already have a pretty good idea of how everything's gonna sound.
Right.
And like as long as you know
Oh,
the
that's
timing
interesting.
and how to break down, like as long as you know how to structure out every note and divide the beat, like you're good. Like,
So a lot of the music that you guys are writing, do you think a lot of you guys do you think you guys know what it sounds like before you have written it, or are you writing it and the band writing it in Guitar Pro?
So we have a general idea of how it would sound live, but like this album, and even with last album too, like when we got the album back, it was to an extent like, oh shit, this is what it sounds like.
That's cool.
Like,
Yeah.
so there's
So you guys have the album already?
no, not yet.
Okay.
but like just with the last album at least.
Right.
And this album, like, we're getting like better at recording. Like that was a thing beforehand. It was like, well, when we were all in a band together, like we didn't have any means of just recording ourselves easily.
Yeah.
So like stuff like Guitar Pro was really helpful because you don't have to figure out a home studio setup or like record a whole video of you playing it and hope the other person can like slow it down and get everything
decode
down.
it and everything.
Yeah. So like, or just imagine if like me trying to translate drum ideas to Colin, like fucking I'm not gonna be able to like. You remember all the times when we would be like, "Oh yeah, do that, Phil," and you'd be like, "Yeah, like I have no fucking clue what you guys are talking about."
I think I remember hearing you say that's humanly impossible. Like a lot of the shit that you guys
writes
would
a
write.
lot of impossible.
Well, no, like, when we were jamming and we're trying to explain like what a fill is to you, and like,
gotcha. Yeah.
Like,
well, you know how he would send out the skeleton. He would always have like dummy drums on top of it.
Yeah.
And I would. Before I listened to it, I would always delete the drums. Otherwise,
oh really?
That's like stuck in my head, and
that's interesting.
I associate the riff that he played with the drums that I heard.
That's cool.
I think it's the opposite of cool. That was really annoying.
No, but I mean, it's cool that you were able to like work around that and like figure out how to write because you would write through it still, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, and I mean, it also because I think there were a couple times where like you didn't know, like didn't know what to write for a part, and it would just be like, just unmute the drums. Yeah,
interesting.
Because some riffs like with.
Well, it's also weird because with Guitar Pro you hear this fucking weird ass sound that's not death metal, so it's like hard. It's hard to think of something. It's hard to think of something brutal to write to or whatever, or you get any sort of like idea like what fuck am I listening to?
Yeah.
What does this sound like in reality?
Games. Yeah.
It's like. But in reality, it's like a brutal
jazz.
riff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
What the hell am I listening to?
See, I don't know. I hear the brutal riff now. Like when I listen to Guitar Pro,
I could never.
I hear the brutal riff.
That was a log for me too. I couldn't get past the sound.
When I joined Blood of the Cosmos, he sent me my first Guitar Profile ever. I was like, oh, that's sick. They play like video game music.
Dude, that's
I was like, I'm about that. That's not cool.
Yeah.
And then I realized what was actually happening.
This is so 8-bit.
That's funny, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, when you would send me stuff and I was trying to do the harmonics on it, I was like, how am I supposed to blow that much air into this tiny hole?
That's what she said.
I mean, if she said that.
I know, yeah. Well, there's something in there. Oh my god.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom.
Hey, Eddie's mom, stop watching like 5 minutes ago, please.
You know,
You'll hear
harmonica.
You'll hear Andre's album eventually, Mom. I promise.
Does she know about you're turning into, or you being
turned into a woman?
No, white. I'm tired. I can't.
Yeah, she does because of the podcast.
Yeah.
she actually watches it. She just said it was funny. Yeah.
She's like, hi, you're white.
Yeah. And then she was like, we're going to Mexico next week. You want to go? I was like, I can't. Oh, I guess I can.
Well, just let me.
Yeah. No, yeah, it's funny. No, but yeah. Sorry. I'm tired. And that's funny. But I was always worried about going to Mexico because, like, I still don't have my passport. So every time we go, we're just like, please let us back in. And usually they do, but like now I don't know what that's like. I'm a little worried about going.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I mean, yeah, I'm worried about going, but
Huh?
she's gone.
Mini
so.
vacation.
Yeah. So they figure it out.
Where do you go when you go there?
Mexico.
Puerto Peñasco.
It's like a beach town.
Mm-hmm.
Like a spring break location.
I have no idea what Mexico is like. I've never been to Mexico, but the only part of Mexico I've seen is Juarez.
Oh, really? Why Juarez?
Because it's on the other side of. You can see it in a lot of spots in El Paso.
Oh,
And my brother was stationed in El Paso for a while.
Cool.
Mexico
But Juarez is like
beautiful.
shit. It's just like slums, isn't it? That's all I saw, at least.
The border towns are slum looking for sure.
That is what America wants you to think.
That's my only perception of at
Yeah.
least that part of Mexico. I mean, I've seen videos and stuff in like Mexico City, and
Yeah.
it's like a normal.
It's
thing.
crazy, man. Well, not even that. It's like
it's-
you walk through and it feels like a weird mix of like Rome and like Peru, and like you see all the influence from all the other countries in the world in Mexico,
Yeah.
especially in the cities because a lot of the art is celebrated there, and then like the statues and just the way that the architecture is very derivative of other things because so many people colonize there. You know what I mean? So it's really crazy. Like it's super vibrant to be in Mexico. Like I remember going to my mom's like home state. I mean, after I was there as a kid, but then I went back more as I think I was like 18 or something for my sister's quinceañera. Yeah, and we were going through the city, and it felt like I'd be walking through the city, and it'd be like, oh, I'm in Mexico, and then all of a sudden I'm like, am I in fucking Paris right now? This is crazy. Am I in like a cathedral? Like, and then just being like, oh shit, I'm in a fucking swap meet now. This is crazy. Like, it's really.
I've
crazy.
seen videos of like
Mexico's
different parts of Mexico where it looks way different than because when I think of Mexico, my initial thought is like what I said I saw.
Yeah,
that's all I've seen from Mexico in person,
Yeah.
but I've seen videos and pictures and stuff.
Well, I mean, when you think about it too, that's like American points of views. Like that would be the most point of view that you would look at. Well, right, because it's like that's a big problem with America is the border towns and shit like that. You know? So that's kind of what we talk about.
Plus,
that's kind of
people
what gets passively tossed around.
People are force fed that like Trump built the wall. And
and even before that shit was a thing. You know.
But I mean, I feel like it's bigger than it ever has been.
Most definitely.
Since that,
it's definitely the most like publicly okay to talk about now than it was before. Which is a bummer, but
I don't know. Mexico's a big place, and there's, like you said, there's a lot of cultures that have gone into it. Like my mom grew up in a forest where it's like foggy as fuck.
Yeah, like a literal forest.
She would hunt lizards to like eat for dinner.
Oh, sorry guys, we're gonna get murdered soon.
Oh, that's a ghost. But anyways,
I didn't know there was forests in there.
Oh fuck yeah.
I don't know what Mexico looks like except for
insane.
That image of Juarez that I have.
Yeah,
that's literally all.
It's really cool. We should definitely make a trip out there.
and
then never come
we'll
back.
see if we come back.
I know. You guys gonna walk on by? I was texting Eric. I was like, all I had to do was yell spring break and get back into the country. Let me right in. But yeah, no. We went as a kid, and I remember we didn't have our passports or anything. And the guy who was at the toll, I was like, I think this was for my sister's quinceañera, so I was like 18 probably. I had just got out of high school, and the guy was like, passports or whatever, and then they checked the shit in the back, like, because we had an SUV, and my parents were like, oh, we don't have passports for them, but here's their school IDs, and I was like freaking out the whole time, so I was like, they're gonna leave me here.
It's crazy that your mom would do that.
No, my dad did it. He got my
mom. Oh, okay. Yeah,
my mom was tripping, But, like I remember because I had graduated, so already I was like, it's an invalid ID.
They're not even thinking of that at all.
And they're not. No, they just looked at it and they're like, all right, we'll let you through this time, but next time every shit, and they let us pass. But yeah, it was so scary.
Every time I've gone, I had my birth certificate, and right now I don't know where it's at.
Yeah, I don't know where mine is either.
Yeah,
same.
Yeah, because I think I gave it to my aunt for safekeeping. Maybe. I don't know. But
I don't know where mine's at.
Shout out, Mom. You got mine.
My mom
for sure.
has it.
Yeah. Me and my mom
rub it in my face.
We've been having this back and forth debate as to which one of us lost my birth certificate.
Me and my mom too. Yeah.
Because I'm
my first one.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident.
My original one.
My first mom.
Isn't that dumb? That seems like such an outdated thing.
Birth certificates?
Yeah. I'm fucking here. What do you?
Right.
Need a piece of
You can put it on the internet.
Yeah. Well, that's where I can understand the validity of needing like something to document that a birth was happening, but like a birth certificate, like
she's like, but you'll never know about birth.
Sorry.
But
that's just I don't know what you're thinking.
just like why is there not fucking some form of like
internet like hard copy of whatever the fuck. Yeah.
Like why can't you just
pull
it off the internet?
What if there will be? Like, you know how people say we're gonna get like implanted with chips or whatever?
Yeah.
What if that's part of it?
I wouldn't doubt it. There has to be a more efficient system, so
crazy.
What's wrong with paper? Good old fashioned paper.
Nice.
Not anymore.
That's probably why you lost it a couple of years ago, though.
Right. It just looks so tasty.
No, it was from one of the times someone with my aunt. I think actually no wait, that was before that. But anyways, me and my mom are really good at not forgetting important stuff. So yeah, I think it was her and she thinks it was me.
Oh yeah.
But I'm like, there's no way it was me. I don't lose anything. And then she's like, there's no way it was me. I don't lose anything.
Yeah.
So it's a whole...
It's right here.
We've been having that back and forth, and like my mom thinks it's me. I know it's her. So.
Right, yeah.
It's funny.
Ditto.
Right,
do we have the same mom?
I think so.
That's the podcast.
Does your mom only
See you
hang
guys
out with you
next
like
week.
Monday through Wednesday? Because my mom only hangs out with me Thursday through Sunday.
Oh, I don't hang out with my mom.
This mic doesn't work.
Okay.
Maybe because she's hanging out with you.
Yeah, this could be it.
Oh, shit. Huh. What's
We
going
just
on
discovered
here?
we have the same mom.
We have the same mom.
Yep.
Who knew?
What's up,
See you
step
guys
bro?
next week. Yeah, I was trying to end it. All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Colin's got to go to sleep. We all got to go to sleep. We all got to wake up early. Talking to the stripper next week. Talking to ourselves the following week, and then I don't know who else we're gonna be talking to Colin's brother, who was a military veteran, right?
He
Was a military veteran.
He's alive still.
No, he just gave away his veteran status.
I know, right? Yeah. So that's what we got in store for you guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Mom.
The cadence of that was really weird.
Mom. Thank you very much, Mom.
Bye.
We're good.